Lauren Shoemaker. Have any of you lost a friend or family member to drinking and driving? If so, you know the pain behind this. If not, I'm sure you can imagine the pain. Driving while under the influence is a huge issue that needs to be addressed. According to BAC Track, in 2010, 10,228 people died as a result of drinking and driving. BAC Track also states that every day, 28 people die as a result of drinking and driving. Drinking and driving is a choice that affects everyone in one way or another, which can be prevented with better planning and control. The laws dealing with drunk driving should be stiffer, and I'm going to try to persuade you against drunk driving and the effects of it. The laws dealing with drunk driving should be stiffer. They are just not enough. First-time offenders are subject to a fine of up to $1,000 and imprisonment for up to 48 hours. Their license will also be suspended for 60 to 90 days. Driver's Ed states that South Dakota has very lenient laws regarding a DUI and the highest fatality rates. The blood alcohol count should also be lowered. The current BAC is 0.8%. It should be lowered to 0.5%, which would help to curb drunk drivers. There should also be a more effective treatment for offenders. The National Academics of Science, Engineering, and Medicine suggests that ignition locks should be placed in vehicles to keep them from driving without proving that they are sober. The National Academics of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine also suggests that the punishment for driving under the influence should be quicker and more predictable. Driver's Ed suggests that sobriety checkpoints should be enforced. Many do not think that the risk of drinking and driving will affect them. Therefore, the laws against drunk driving should be stiffer. I've told you how the laws against drinking and driving should be stiffer in an effort to decrease the number of people that violate the laws that we currently have. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the effects of driving after consuming alcohol. The effects of driving after consuming alcohol have become very dangerous, and it puts many people's lives in danger every day. First, alcohol impairs eyesight, judgment, and reflexes, which makes driving a motorized vehicle extremely dangerous. According to an article published by Johns Hopkins University, consuming alcohol causes tunnel vision and reduces one's peripheral sight. The article by Johns Hopkins University also states that alcohol increases swaying and affects accuracy and consistency of a task. Second, drinking and driving can result in legal repercussions. A blood alcohol content test of 0.8% results in a DUI. A DUI results in the loss of your license for 1 year and can undermine your future opportunities and haunt your life for years. Lastly, driving under the influence puts not only the driver but others in danger as well. Alcohol Rehab Guide states that alcohol puts anyone at risk for causing an accident. The Alcohol Rehab Guide also states that driving under the influence puts the driver at risk of serious injury or death. Innocent people such as family, friends, and other drivers on the road can be affected by drunk driving and suffer heartache due to this action. As you can see from these specific instances, drinking and driving is a serious problem in our society which poses many negative effects. We should make an effort to not drink and drive. You should plan ahead. You should have a designated driver or plan to Uber home or stay wherever you are partaking in activities which involve alcohol. You should also never let someone leave your house drunk because you are responsible for that person and will face guilt and possibly punishment if something happened. Take their keys if they attempt to drive after consuming alcohol or arrange them transportation. You should also understand the consequences of drinking and driving. Drunk driving is an epidemic that continues to have life-changing consequences for those involved. The penalties against drunk driving should be stiffer. Alcohol also impairs one's eyesight, judgment, and reflexes, making driving a motorized vehicle extremely dangerous. Some may think that it is okay to drink and drive, but the effects can be devastating can cause their loved ones much pain and heartache.